Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. How are you today? Thank you for inviting me back to Butler Street. Here's my card. Thank you. And, oh, that's lovely of you. Yes, I will call you Robert and Ann. Thank you very much. Now, last time we met, I gave you this comparative market analysis. Do you remember that? And we stepped through the homes that were comparable to yours, and when doing that, we then reached a price range that we thought would be suitable for your home. Now, I believe when we spoke about that, we agreed at a price range of 2.1 million to 2.310 million. And the homes that were comparative to that, I'll just remind you of what they looked like. There was Kingsley Street, Camberwell at 2.2. So we'll just go to that one, which is there. And Marlborough Avenue, Camberwell, which is that one there. Now, that one was 2.26. And also, perhaps not too dissimilar to yours, is 152 Warrigal Road, Camberwell, and that was 2.3, a little bit higher. So we decided between ourselves, if I'm right, that 2.1 to 2.3 would be an achievable figure at auction. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel that's sitting right with you? Fantastic, glad to hear that. Now, we've worked out a advertising campaign based on our discussion, and we haven't gone too far with this. We've done the online strategy of the website. We've done the board to go out the front, and we've done the copywriting brochures as well. So copywriting, floor plan, and some cards to distribute around the area. Now, the total cost of that is $2,496. So that gives you a fair presence. Now, that will cover the whole campaign. Now, as we discussed, basically that takes a whole month, and that means we'll be having the open for inspections on Saturday mornings, so that families can come through and view the property. And also, we thought that on Wednesday evenings after work could be suitable for professional couples and maybe investors as well. So we thought that 5:30 would be a suitable time for that. How does that sit with you? Does that sound like a suitable time? Very well. Now, I believe that your son is going to be present at the weekly review meetings. So what we'll do is after the inspections, I'll make contact with you and let you know who has come through the property, what level of interest they've had, and if they've requested a Section 32 statement, which confirms their further interest in the property. And then once a week, I'll have a meeting with you to go through the various parties that are interested, what stage they're at, and just to tell you how our campaign's running and if the advertising is working well, which we assume it will. So, and we can make any adjustments mid-campaign to suit you. So I've registered all these dates and times for you, and I'll give you a copy of that. But basically, the open for inspections will be 11 a.m. on Saturdays and 5:30 on Wednesdays. So we'll look after that for you. Now, the other thing that we wanted to discuss with you is that during those open for inspections, there may be some people who wish to make an offer on the property prior to going to auction. Now, it's highly possible that someone will see the property and want to make an offer of a very good price to you, and therefore we won't need to go to auction. So we can discuss that, and I'm going to go through this authorisation and price representation and consideration inquiries form, which is quite detailed. Now, I notice that you have agreed to the prices for the internet advertising and the print advertising as well. So we'll go ahead with that. And regarding the offers presented to you in a contract of sale, I will bring those to you before the auction, and we can then discuss the price and see where we go from there. We can negotiate with the buyers and see if that price is something that you would be interested in, as long as it's with that range we've discussed earlier. Now, the other little bit of paperwork I have here for you today is the auction authority. So we filled in all the details here, and we've got the same price range as discussed, which was 2.1 to 2.31. And the timing on this auction authority will cover us for all the open for inspections and also for the auction day. And we don't need to set the reserve price today. We can talk about that further. We can set that on the day. And the reserve price is the price that you consider that you will sell your house for on the day. So we can talk about that further and set that on auction day. And of course, your son can be present for that conversation too. So if the timing of this, we've got the authority period to be 30 days, and then we have another 30 days on top of that. So if you're happy with that timing, we can sign that off today. So I'll give that to you. And if you've got any questions, of course, you've got my card and my details. Feel free to call me. And hopefully we've stepped everything through quite simply today and it's all clear. But if there is anything that you don't understand, feel free to ask me. Thanks for seeing me today.